Hey everyone, welcome to another one of my Better Than Myself reports featuring, of course, the American Cyber King himself, Johnny Ross. And it's very interesting what I have in store when it comes to being quarantined. Um, so, so within this report, I just want to share, how am I doing weight wise? It's not really much of a huge deal because it's kind of like that same plateau I've been sharing a lot lately was in the past streams. For instance, as of right now, I currently weigh 169 pounds, which is not a big deal to me. However, what I've been doing to of course better myself is I've been doing the following routines throughout this week, and I've been doing some calculations on the way, so that way I can make this report very easy to understand. So so I've been doing like push-ups, such as normal push-ups, at least 140 of them this week. Uh, for the knuckle push-ups, I did about not about I did like 355 of them. I've been doing some squats, at least 420 narrow squat pulses. How does that work? Is like of course it's, you put your legs it's like narrow to each other, so you squat. Make sure your back is straight. Moving forward, I also did jump squats, 130 of them, and I also did 16 minutes of planks within this week, and I also was able to do 230 air leg presses throughout this week. No, scratch that. My apologies. It was actually 230 air leg presses, if I'm correcting myself right now. So I did that, and I've done at least 6 minutes of bikes, so from for back and forth. S- Moving forward, see, I also did 60 alternate lunges recently today, um, which is fun, in my opinion. Then lastly, throughout this week, I also did 3 minutes of wall sits, which is very interesting and fun in my opinion. And that's pretty much what I've been doing throughout this entire week when it comes to doing more, I guess, bettering myself. Still have the same attitude, like, and the attention, like it's just not gonna stop. Now, with that in mind, sharing how I've been doing was in my routines. I just like to share some songs that I've enjoyed when I've been grinding, just so you guys can look it up if you guys want to. Um, so throughout last week, I've been listening to like Doctor Who music. You can look it up yourself. I listen to a variety of tracks. So if there's like any specific track I can name right off the bat that I enjoyed very much, I'll be honest. One of them is the Tenth Doctor's theme. Now you guys question like why would I enjoy that song when I exercise? It's just sounds irrelevant. For me, to be honest with you guys, is because it kind of plays along with my emotions when I do my workouts, and it just gives me this the sci-fi vibe as I'm the American Cyber King. Now, some other music I listen to is when I do my workouts is I listen to Judas by Fozzy, the singer known as Chris Jericho. Uh, Many of you guys probably already know by now, if not already, is I'm a huge fan of Chris Jericho. He is the greatest of all time, and he is the king. I always love him as a professional wrestler, even as of today. I also listened to Natural by Imagine Dragons. Actually, I didn't really listen to them this week, but it's one of my favorite tracks. Though I like to listen to Natural by Imagine Dragons, and another song is like one of my favorites. I didn't listen to throughout last week. Perhaps it's probably going to plan for this week. It's One of a Kind by Breaking Point. Love that song. It is a theme song of Rob Van Dam, a WWE wrestler or a former WWE superstar. He is a Impact wrestler as of right now. So, and there's like a couple of unique songs I like to share if you guys like to research about them. So is a WWE theme song of current Royal Rumble winner as of like this year, such as Drew McIntyre. His theme song is titled Gallantry, and I actually enjoy that track so much is because it sounds so epic. What's the Scottish vibe? If I'm making sense in that, and I got this very I guess chill, funny song if you or music if you guys like to listen to. It is a theme of NXT superstar Mac Riddle. Hey bro, and I recommend those tracks if you guys like to look them up throughout this week as you guys listen to this stream. So with that in mind, I just like to also share like how I've been tolerating was in the quarantining era of COVID-19. Not trying to I hope I don't get you guys like a little depressed. This is not my point of sharing of was in this better myself report, but it just comes to show and learn how I guess important it is for me to like stay safe, especially staying safe at home. I've pretty much been coping about it just by like just I guess visiting some live streams from celebrities around Instagram. I've been like just I've been also chatting along with like folks was in college. Doesn't feel the exact same as like in person classes and stuff in college. It's just I want to say it makes me feel nostalgic. It's just it made me like just realize like what we're actually putting up was for like a while. Not that I think it's entirely a bad thing, because in fact, I would think that we should be grateful that we are able to have this kind of technology as of today to contact each other, stay in touch in the safest way possible, such as video chatting in general. And so I've been doing the best I can to stay on top of my classwork and online classes in OCC. It's very tough. I still have to tolerate putting some more time into lectures and philosophy, some programming, and and but I'm like more like than done with American Sign Language for the week. Last week that is. There's still more coming. Now, was in as I like wrap this report. This leads to like one question. After all I've done, the question is, will I keep going? And so the answer to that is yes, because I know I can still be better than myself, and I know it. Okay, so I appreciate you guys um focus on me sharing everything I wanted to share before we like just pretty much on the cut time right now, just to just have fun while I was in this stream. Now, that's my favorite. Okay, shout out to Gunnar Bostrom because this is actually one of my favorite questions. So, which doctor or a couple of favorite questions? Okay, so my my favorite doctor of all time was in the Doctor Who series is the Nice Doctor Christopher Eccleston. And to explain why I enjoyed him so much is not because he's a I want to well his emotion as the doctor is like so convincing that like it just uh makes the show like watchable if I'm making any sense on the way. Better yet, actually, I'm gonna take it back to like way back then when I was like a teenager and when my oldest brother was alive. He was happy that when Doctor Who was revived again, um, during that time when the first series of new Doctor Who has been going on, and me and my oldest brother admired him, and I agree with his admiration as of today because I remembered a very very eerie scene between uh Eccleston's Doctor versus the Dalek, or Dalek the episode, and it shows how much the Doctor really hates the Daleks in that time. Was all his heart, and he wants to just really, like, he just doesn't understand, like, why don't why don't this race actually just completely die off in for existence sake. And yeah, so to also answer another one of your questions concerning my favorite companion, my favorite companion is actually Sarah Jane. If anybody can recall from perhaps Tom Baker's era as a doctor, it's the reason why I picked her is because not only that she participated as part of the 10th Doctor series or David Tennant, but it she I guess that I guess she was like a an origin of like understanding like the significance of companions um traveling along with the Doctor in general. I love Tom Baker as the Fourth Doctor. If funny fact is, or I guess a good fact I like to share about myself is that like one of the very first episodes of Doctor Who I actually saw in my childhood was actually the episodes of Robot with Tom Baker, and you, you know it's I don't remember the story as of like today, but it's very interesting how the show how this episode went on for like a few parts, and it was watchable back when I was a kid. I enjoyed David Tennant as the Doctor too. Don't get me wrong, but still, like as of like right now, my favorite is like is Christopher Eccleston. Is It's like what other reasons I have, like because of what are the reasons why I still love Christopher Eccleston? Oh, okay. Here's another reason why. So here's more important reasons why I admire Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor. So a couple of episodes I enjoyed watching is The Empty Child and also The Doctor Dances. That two-part episode, those two-part episodes, I enjoyed them so much is because like um it's just I remember the funny scenes like when um how Eccleston portrays the Doctor as a very honest alien, I guess. Like I remember when he admits that bananas are good and great for your potassium. It was totally random, and oh, and I remember when he was acting in his puns when he was facing the malfunctioning nanogenes child when he's ringing and it picks up and he goes like, "Hello, it's the Doctor speaking," and but the empty child like can only say like "Are you my mommy?" or something like that, and and during the episode of like the Doctor dances, the very last part of the episode is like the most touching scene that I can still remember for the rest of my life. It's like when like Exton was like says like just for once like everybody lives because because the true mother of that empty child has managed to embrace the fact that no matter what's been done to her child, that child, like the Nanjis were managing to function so well to the point that the doctor was able to control them, just throw them to the others that are controlled by the malfunctioning nanogenes that, I guess, all fell from the sky. And that's like another bunch of my reasons why I enjoyed Christopher Eccleston as a doctor. It's kind of saddening as like today. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Eccleston isn't really super engaged into Doctor Who as much as he was, especially when uh, I guess I guess rejected his role to be part of the 50th anniversary of the show Doctor Who. I actually wanted him to be part of it. Technically, he kind of is, due to some little tiny clips like being part of the 50th anniversary episode. But anyways, those are the reasons why I enjoy as the nice doctor, or one of the best doctors that I've enjoyed watching throughout the entire series. So um yeah, if there isn't any more like questions on the way, I think I'm gonna call the stream. I'm gonna call the stream up for a bit. But before you guys go, I would appreciate very much from the rest of you guys that are still watching the stream to please leave a like, um, share for some audiences that just wants to follow along, was in this journey I'm still in. This journey is not gonna end unless I give, I give like upcoming reasons why, etc. But otherwise, you'll see another stream like next week. All right. If you guys got any questions on the way, feel free to follow me in my Instagram, uh, at the underscore Johnny underscore Ross. Um, I'll still be very diligent within my grind in my movement to still be better than myself, since I have a new attitude about myself. So I'm taking as much advantage of it as I still am, even though we're all quarantined. Um, I like to encourage you guys to still stay home, keep your hands clean, uh, stay close to your well, stay kind to your family by like, I guess, well, actually, my point is social distance to those that you really care about. Um, and again, like, keep your hands sanitized. Uh, only go to grocery stores if it's really absolutely necessary. Uh, I just really want you guys to be safe, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much for you guys taking the time to listen to the stream. It really means a lot, and again, it just gives me a reason to just to press on from here. Um, of course, of course, uh, of course, we're hanging around when it comes to social distancing with our families. We still want to be with them. So don't get me wrong. Like in general, when it comes to social distancing, I think it's still tricky sometimes, just because the best way to put up with it is, as I said earlier, stay home, keep your hands sanitized or cleaned, and just be patient. Um, if you guys would like, before I completely go, no matter what beliefs you have, I'm currently fasting for 24 hours as of right now. I started since 5 p.m. Eastern, and I'm doing this for the sake of the relief of the coronavirus. And um, I'm fasting along with like other members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter Day Saints worldwide, and also doing it along with my work family back here in Syracuse, New York. So I invite you guys to fast for 24 hours, abstaining from food or drink. You guys don't have to, but I want to encourage you guys to, if you guys want to, if you feel it's right for you guys to. Uh, Obviously, I won't force you guys, but this is what I'm doing around this time too. So again, thanks, and see you guys next week.